I was in Reynosa, Mexico all morning, and it is overflowing. There's two major camps, the Senda de Vida camp. It's the Path of Life camp there. It's expanded into a second camp. Both now are full, over capacity, 5,000 in each. And then you have several other makeshift camps along the river, 1,200 to 1,400 in another one, and then tens of thousands spread out throughout the city. These are mostly Haitians. Now, I was interviewing the people there today, and they said that most of them are actually waiting to try to do the CBP-1 because if they get deported, they don't get deported back to where they actually came from, which is Brazil and Chile. Most of them have lived there safely for about 5 to 7 years. They would end up being deported back to Haiti. So they're one of the few areas that are actually waiting, while you look at places like Brownsville, where I was yesterday, it's being completely overrun. Tens of thousands coming across. Same in Yuma. Obviously, we see what's going on with Anthony and El Paso. It's just absolutely out of control. And Oscar, with the Africans going into Tijuana. It's everywhere along the border. But it's not just Title 42, Dr. Gina. This has been going on. The invasion has been going on for 2 years now. They invited this 2 years ago. This is just a continuation of that invasion, and it's no wonder Mayorkas isn't surprised. He caused it.
Anthony, you also sent in drone video from El Paso late last night as Title 42 expired, and it looks like there's quite a line of people ready to invade our border. Tell us.
That's right. The buses have been nonstop since late last night into early morning, into right now, as a matter of fact. It's just they're trying to keep all media away from the area, preventing us from actually documenting anything. If you go to that area, what happens actually, they try to prevent you from flying your drone, and they tell you that there's a certain time in which you can do it at, and it's only from like 10 in the morning to 11 in the morning. They're putting their cars in front of the buses, trying to prevent any kind of media coverage or pictures of what's really happening out there, unfortunately. And the Chief Ortiz actually pointed out this morning that they've already apprehended over 365,000, I believe. And it's just the numbers just continue to grow. That's over, 67,000. They've apprehended over 67,000, and that's over 9,000 a day. And so those numbers are going to continue to rise, unfortunately.
Oscar, you saw that Border Patrol and also Mexican authorities training for potential riots last night. Tell us about that.
Yes, the United States Customs started a simulation operation to intensify the security in the port of entry at San Isidro. And these simulation drills, they do them to just send a message to the migrant population to tell them, we are preparing in case you are thinking about rushing the border. Not too far away from here, kilometers away between the two walls, there's a massive group of people waiting to be processed for the border agents to see if they're going to be admitted and embedded into the United States. They have been waiting there for a week now. And it's growing massively inclusive. And even talking about it, in addition to that, I talked to a family that had just arrived when I was standing there in the mountain. They were a family from Guatemala, and I told them, even though that they have told you if you cross illicitly, jump in the wall, you're going to be returned back possibly. You're still going to do it. And they said, yes, with Title 42 or without Title 42, we are still going to jump and see if they have a possibility of getting into the United States. So the message is not clearly being sent. It has never been clearly sent. And, this is the incompetence of this current administration, Dr. Gina.